Winners train, losers complain.
Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. How's everybody going? Hope everybody's healthy and doing well. Now we're out for my walk here in the park again. Starting to warm up a bit here. Finally, each day we seem to be getting a little warmer. Things are going to start turning green pretty soon, and everybody knows what that means. Football season's just about here. Yippee-yi-yo, ki-yay. Can't wait. I miss my CFL football big time. There's a bit of news CFL this week. I think probably the biggest news is 4 teams got fined again for going over the coaching salary cap, which I think is absolutely crazy. Think about it. 4 teams over the cap, that's almost half your teams, and if they want to spend the money and think they can afford it, well, it's time to raise the cap, isn't it? You know, how bad is it? You know, like Montreal was one of the teams fined. They're the ones that went broke. Then again, maybe that's why they went broke, who knows? Yeah. But 4 of the teams, you know, Winnipeg was the worst fine. I think it was around $65K. And then there was Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa. All Eastern teams that have the worst turnout of fans. But to me, I think it's crazy that they have such a cap on coaches. You know, those are the guys that teach your players how to play better, and the better coaches you have, better quality of football you're bound to have. You know, if they can afford to pay them, you know, putting a cap on it is crazy to me. To me, they gotta raise the cap. You gotta be able to get the best coaches possible up here to play, and try to get more Canadian coaches. It's awful. Another article read about wanting more Canadian content in the CFL. They're slowly edging out the Canadians with their rules. Right now you have to have 7 players, but now you can also include an American that's been with your team for X amount for so many years. He gets a Canadian status to be one of the 7. So that's slowly getting rid of them. I love the Canadian contact. I think that's what makes the CFL a special league, and getting your Canadians in there, getting to be a lot more Canadians in the NFL even. You know, there's last time I looked, I think there was 2 guys already gone in the NFL draft that are Canadian born players. Of course, they didn't play up here, but they played in the college system down in the States. But that goes to show you, we're getting more and more better quality football players up here in Canada. And that is done by coaching. Coaching, you need to have good coaching. And we got to pay for it, so raise the cap. I think it's May 2nd, CFL has their draft. I heard a rumor that Roughriders might make some sort of a trade of some sort to move up a bit to try to grab that offensive lineman. Those are big gambles, especially in the players that you don't know for sure if they're going to go back to play in college or want to go down to the States or want to go play and try out for the NFL. And big gap about trading anything substantial for a higher up draft pick. But we have picked up a lot of good players through the draft, so maybe we can get a couple more this year. I'm a real believer in, if you have those strongest 7 Canadians on your team, you have the best team. This year, one of the main players I'll be watching at camp is Mika Tetz. Last year, I think it was one of the first or second day of camp, all of a sudden I seen he wasn't out there, and that was the last we've seen of him. He was out for the season. That's pretty critical. He's your Canadian, and he was really doing good. I was so excited that they signed him for another year, but I might have to stop the video here. The wind out here is really howling. The trains are just going too. I'll get back to you here after a while until I'm back in the bush. Oh, Ryder found a squirrel. He hasn't had much luck finding them lately. Now we're back in the trees here. The wind should be quite a bit better. Oh yeah, where was I? I was talking about Mika Tetz. Yeah, we need him to stay healthy. He's a ratio buster on defense. What else happened? Oh, they signed a deal with CBS Sports Network for $1 million for, I'm not sure how many games, 30 or something, but not all of them anyway, and not any of the playoffs have been divvied out yet, or the Grey Cup. Last year we had ESPN, but they paid much less, around $200K, but that's peanuts to those big networks. Like CBS, man, it's paying $1 million is like me going to a grocery store and going in there and buying one stick of gum. That amount of money doesn't even show up on their accounting books. Mind you, it's not their main channel, it's a specialty channel, so I don't know how much more exposure you get compared to ESPN, which is much larger viewership. Like that CBS Sports Network channel, I think it's a specialty channel, and it's not included in a lot of the packages down there, so your exposure level, what's it going to be? To me, I think you're better off making some sort of deal with ESPN. Mind you, that might not be the end. I think they still have some product they can divvy out. But I guess every dollar helps. 100 grand maybe a team helps something. Not a hell of a lot though. Well, training camp's starting pretty damn soon here for the rookie camp. Again, subscribe to the channel and get notifications. I'll be trying to put a video out each day or every second day or something. I'll get a little bit of pictures for you of what's happening at camp and see what I can pick up, who's on, who's looking like they're going to be the starters. I'll be mainly concentrating, of course, on the offensive and defensive lines. That's where I really like watching the big boys in action, and of course see if Harris's actually arm is accurate enough. You know, you can tell how he gets rid of the ball and everything, how he's feeling. That's why I like that Dolagala. Every time I've seen him at camp, he seems to be really solid on that arm of his. He just seems to no effort whatsoever, and the ball's out and flying at speed. Well, there's 6 quarterbacks in camp, so they got a lot of competition for that number 1 spot. Oh, here's a snake. Oh, where'd he go? Snake was in here. Oh, he's gone. Little garter snake in there. Little garter snake. See the odd one out here every time. You wonder how they can make it through the winter. Well, anyway, till next time, I'll get back to you after this draft. One can only hope we can find a couple gems in there and get them signed for some future years with the Riders. You always got to look into the future to keep your team strong as possible. Right now, I'm not sure if we made enough changes to make a big difference this year. I can just pray and hope so. Well, anyway, till next time, go Riders, go.